Hello everyone, let's talk about V for Vendetta, pages 9 through 130. So the scene that I chose for question 1 was from book 1, chapter 7, and that's when Evie is with Bishop Lilyman. This scene stood out to me because of the entire irony of the situation. First of all, it's clear that in Norsefire, prostitution and sexual activities are pretty frowned upon, which is established in the beginning when Evie was almost killed for prostitution. But then, obviously, Evie is with Lehman, now essentially being a prostitute, and not to mention the pedophilia coming from Lilyman, and it's not a secret either, both the prostitution and the pedophilia, because the bishop's assistant and his bodyguards know what's going on. He said that the assistant was like, he's with the pigtail girl or whatever, so like they know what's going on. But then the sermon is another ironic part of the situation that Lillian reads to Evie. I'm not religious, so I don't exactly know if this like verse is actually from the Bible, and I tried to research it, but I couldn't find if it is from the Bible. But nevertheless, Lillian preaches, "Help us resist the temptations of the evil one." So he's not exactly practicing what he preaches, since he's not resisting temptation with Evie. And another thing that's cool about this scene, though wait, what? Okay, another thing that's cool about this scene is that it's showing like V's perspective with Lilliman narrating in the back, and at one point in the sermon, it says, "I have a vision," and then like I'll skip for a little bit, "of an avatar of damnation who will seek to sully thy truth." And the exact interpretation of that part is kind of confusing, but it's like giving me the feeling that V is the avatar. And since like he's the background of the words, like I think that he's the avatar. And then the theme that I'm getting from this whole like situation isn't one of the themes listed in like the PowerPoint, the ones to consider when we're reading the book, but I think that it's hypocrisy in religion. So like we saw racism in religion when we were reading God Loves, Man Kills. So I think like hypocrisy in religion could be a thing here. I don't know if that's like, and like, could you say that's a theme? I'm pretty sure you can. Anyways, so that's what I found from that one. I thought it was interesting. So question 2 is V an anarchist or a freedom fighter? And I think that V is an anarchist and a freedom fighter, because I can tell that he's an anarchist because during his broadcast in book 2 chapter 4, he says, quote, "You don't seem to want to face any real responsibility or to be your own boss." So basically, like, we have put bad people in power, and we're in control of what happens to us, and we don't need this, and we don't need the authorities. And he views the government as harmful, which is literally like the definition of anarchism. So, but then he's also a freedom fighter in the sense that he is a person who takes part in violent struggle to achieve a political goal, which is the definition of a freedom fighter. And you can see that he's matches this because he's killing all the guards and the people who participated in the Lark Hill resettlement camp, or the concentration camp, because he doesn't want them in power, which would, I think, would be his political goal. And like it's kind of similar to the Nazi hunter, because he was like hunting obviously all the Nazis that were in the concentration camps in the Holocaust, and so I think like if you consider Nazi hunter a freedom fighter, then you would also consider V a freedom fighter, in the same sense that they're like killing the people in the concentration camps from that participated in them. But yeah, so I think he's both. But yeah, that's all I have. Thanks. Have a good week.